Hello, I'm the business and political editor here at Berkeley Squares. Over 200,000 children start smoking every year. I'm here to meet with Dr. Olivia Maynard, whose research has been instrumental in the government change towards standardised packaging of cigarettes. Let's go and take a look. So, if you could introduce yourself.
I'm Dr. Olivia Maynard and I work at the School of Experimental Psychology at the University of Bristol.
So, tell us a bit about your research.
Okay, so we've used eye tracking technology to measure visual attention to health warnings on cigarette packs, because one of the ways in which cigarette packaging or standardised packaging of cigarettes is expected to be effective is by increasing attention to warnings. And that's what we found in a number of different experiments. We found that people spent more time looking at the health warnings on the standardised packs than on the branded packs.
So, what is standardised packaging?
So, standardised packaging means removing all the branding from the cigarette pack and replacing the brand name and the standard font, size and location on the cigarette pack, along with standard colour packaging as well. So, it's not going to be white, it's going to be this dark, murky green. And in fact, this is a standardised pack from the UK which has been produced, and all cigarette packs will look like this.
So, pitch it to me. I'm Jeremy Hunt and you've got 30 seconds to tell me why we should adopt standardised packaging.
So there's three main ways in which standardised packaging is expected to be effective. The first way is by making the cigarettes less appealing, particularly to young people. The second way is by preventing people from being misled about the relative health risks of different cigarette packs. So with normal branded packaging, you have different colours, for example, and people typically believe that a packet of red cigarettes is more harmful than a packet of gold or silver or white cigarettes. But actually, this isn't the case. All cigarettes are equally harmful. And the final way is by increasing the salience of the health warnings, making those health warnings much more visible and noticeable.
Don't people just ignore health warnings?
Evidence suggests that health warnings work. The other way that they'll change with the new packaging is that on previous packs we had only text-only warnings on the front of the packs. We'll now have pictorial warnings on the front of packs, and they're going to be larger as well. And there's a lot of research that suggests that pictorial warnings are much better than those text-only warnings.
Do you think it will really work?
Well, the honest answer is we don't know. It hasn't yet been introduced fully in the UK. But what we do know is that in Australia, well, after standardised packaging was introduced a couple of years ago, we did see a reduction in smoking prevalence. We don't know what the actual numbers would be, and it's really hard to get a grasp of that, because standardised packaging is going to be introduced alongside a range of other measures. So as I said, larger health warnings. There might be changes in the price of cigarettes. So it'll be very hard to know exactly what impact standardised packaging has had on consumption.
So what opposition have you had to the standardised packaging?
The tobacco company spent quite a lot of time lobbying different groups such as small retailers and telling them about the dangers of standardised packaging, which might mean increased transaction times or reduced business for them. Should
certain sugary foods have health warnings of diabetes, or alcohol have health warnings of liver cancer? Where do we draw the line on this?
I think that's a really interesting question. My personal belief is that tobacco is uniquely harmful. It's the only product which, when used as the manufacturer intends, kills 1 in 2 or maybe 2 in 3 users. So I think that we need to treat them differently. And I don't think that we should necessarily go straight on towards alcohol. We didn't know that smoking caused cancer until the 1950s. Over the last 40, 50 years, we've seen a whole range of tobacco control strategies, and the UK is one of the top countries in the world in terms of our tobacco control strategies. We have standardised packaging, we have pictorial health warnings, we have point-of-sale display bans, we have no TV advertisements, no advertisements anywhere. Really quite strong tobacco control strategies in place.
And the standardised packaging is just one step?
It's one more step, exactly. It's not the final nail in the coffin, but it's one of them.